Welcome to my late end of the month ranking for December 2025. Now this is the last 2025 video going up. I did mean to upload this days ago, but whenever I tried to film, football was on and I just don't want that in the background of my video. But as this might be the last 2025 video, as all my other 2025 and the year stuff is already up, I did start my physical media collection this month. So this video will be the first video that will feature the new physical media, and that will be at any future ones for the rest of 2026. And also, I will also be talking about a TV show, It Welcome to Derry, that I also watched on this channel too, if you're interested in checking that out. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and rank. I watched 7 new horror movies this month. 2 were new releases. Starting off at number 7, House on Eden. House on Eden is from Chris and Selena. They do have a YouTube channel, but they, from what I understand, do paranormal stuff, and this movie tells the story of a group of people who go to a haunted house to catch paranormal activity, and is found footage. And I'm not a big fan of found footage, so take this with a grain of salt if you want to. But this feels like a YouTube video when I watched it. It just feels like a YouTube video, and that's just how I have the vibe after watching it. It's not a good movie, and maybe the intent wasn't become a movie, but it did become a movie. But that's kind of what it feels like after watching it. They do a twist reveal that is interesting, but it wasn't that great. It didn't really go the whole vibe of the movie. I understand that certain things do, but it was interesting, I'll say. It was just not a good movie, and it's not being fan of found footage. It just goes very low for me. At number 6, Five Nights at Freddy's 2. Now this takes years after the place of the first film. We catch up with Abby, and this movie is made for fans of Five Nights at Freddy's. I was not a fan of this game growing up. I know very little to nothing about it, as I had a friend growing up at one point really liked this game, was obsessed with it, and talked about it a lot, so I know very little to nothing. The plot, there's a lot of little stories going on. I don't mind the Abby one, but that's a lot. But the thing is, I wasn't a big fan of Mike, and was it Veronica or Vanessa? One of those two names. I could look it up. I might look it up, but I wasn't a fan of those 2 characters, and the ending generally did kind of piss me off because he was trying to protect his sister, Mike was, and he didn't ask questions, the one person who could answer questions. And I think some of it, the one thing I will give it though, they do have a creepy setting with the original location. And maybe part of it is down for me is because McKenna Grace, which I was surprised at her role in this movie, because every advertisement I saw showed that one clip of McKenna Grace, and she wasn't even in it for like very little amount of time. And the one effect we did get involving her, it just looked really bad. And then the things you do, it just looks bad. The animatronic stuff was, they were fine looking, but just wasn't a great movie. Maybe for fans it was full of Easter eggs and nostalgia and stuff like that, but as a fan, I didn't really like it as a movie. At number 5, I have Krampus. Now this tells the story of a boy who is miserable during Christmas, and an evil Santa comes along. I knew this movie existed, and I tried to watch it 2 or 3 years ago. I think I got like 20-30 minutes in before I shut it off for some other reason. I think I got bored with it, and I watched it the full way through. This movie is not perfect, but it's decent. The elves were creepy. The storyline of the grandmother did not really fully hit me, although that does kind of come full circle in the end. And the ending itself too. I do like that. I understand it. I believe he's watching over them, if I have that right. Comment down below if I don't. So it's a decent movie. And there's another Christmas horror movie on this list too, but it's decent. It's decent. And number 4, The Descent Part 2. The Descent Part 2 is following the descent, and the girl that survived is getting answered questions about what happened, and it goes in like the first film where they kind of go in the cave and stuff happens. And that is why I have it here. This is not a bad movie in theory. But the first part of The Descent does exist, meaning The Descent is the better movie of these two. It feels like this was The Descent, but they just added extra plot of how to get there. And that's just how I feel about it. It's not a bad movie. It's not a great movie. It's just like middle of the road. But it is following a film that already exists, taking a lot of its premise. So, and the ending generally I don't like. I mean, I get what they were going for, but that just, I did not like that. Why can't she just survive like the other one? Like, if you're gonna go for it, why not just go for it? Just not, the ending actually did kind of very much annoy me for that one. So, The Descent Part 2, you know, it is what it is. At number 4, I have Silent Night, Deadly Night. Silent Night, Deadly Night. I keep wanting to say Silent right now for some reason. I kept wanting to say Deadly Night, Silent Night before, so now I have an option. I don't even know. But this is a story of a serial killer who must kill during the holiday season. And look, this is a solid holiday slasher movie to me. I know this got a lot of hype right now, and I do think it was interesting. I think the gore is good. I think there are a lot of kills in this movie, and they do go into a direction. I do like the ending. But the main two characters I'm fine with. They're not my favorite leads. I just can't explain it. But they're not my favorite leads, but I think they do good. I like that. But to me, there were certain things I didn't hit with this movie, so I think it's just a solid holiday slasher, and that's just kind of how I think about it, even though I know a lot of people love it, which good for you if you love it. And this is a remake, which I haven't seen the original horny movies from the franchise. I know now exists too, so solid holiday slasher. Number 2, I have Lake Mungo. Now this tells the story of a family who, after their daughter drowned, starts seeing a ghost. And they know what this movie is. They know exactly what the type this movie is. And I didn't know anything about this movie. I've heard the name like a couple of times when it comes to disturbing horror. So I gave it a go. And I think it is solid too. I enjoyed it. I didn't expect it to go kind of the way it did, but it has a lot to do with grief. And they do one reveal that I think was interesting and well done with the ghost part of the story. And to me, it's just a deep kind of thing about grief, and as much as I do like that, the acting is fine. I have nothing to say badly about it, but I just think it's a solid movie as well. It's not what I expect it to be. There's a lot of grief. It's not like a traditional horror movie, I will say, if you're expecting that. But, and the ending, wow, it is a lot. And the one thing the family does go through, I really like that. The ghost touching stuff. It's a solid movie. And finally, at number 1, The Collector. This is a home invasion horror movie gone wrong. And I again heard of this movie. And a couple of years ago, when it was, the second movie that, I don't know if with this franchise, but it was, I think, the second movie a couple years ago. I didn't have a car at the time, so I was waiting to be picked up. And this second movie was playing, so I walked in the theater, and I walked in during one of the scenes, and I just watched it for like 5 to 10 minutes, then my ride got there. So I like this one. I think it's pretty solid home invasion. The gore is good, the story is good, the way it ends. A very solid movie as well. It does have me want to check out the other movie as well. The Collection was next. There we go. It was The Collection. So I think it's solid as well. I liked it. It's a home invasion style. The gore is good. The story is good. The way it goes, very interesting. So, solid movie as well. And now to talk about TV shows. This month we watched It, Welcome to Derry. And I think overall that is a very solid show. The worst of it was the CGI. Like, hands down, the worst of it was the CGI. And I did like my video when I was talking about like the overall season and going into it. I gave awards, and some of it was literally like the worst CGI episode and stuff because the CGI was glaringly bad. But I think this series to me was solid. I would advocate for people to also not only listen to other things, but different perspectives, because this also deals a lot of racism given the time of the show. So I would recommend to check out some creators with different perspective on that and talking about that topic, because it is important to inform with social and truth and history when watching a series like that. So please check this out and please go slide that out. I think the characters were good. The moment does hit. The characters themselves, I think there's one overall favorite that I think I did grow. I was not a fan of him, but I grew to like him. So I think it's a solid show. There were some CGI moments that were quite bad, and some of the story is like, would that happen in real life? So overall solid show. You can check out that video where I talk about the whole show if you want, and there's awards. So please check out the voices when it comes to racism, especially how it's represented in the show, because it's very important to media to talk about that topic. So please go check those resources out. Now, for the first time, let's do a physical media show haul for this month. First up, it's very big. This is the X Trilogy. We have a book and 3 DVDs, which I cannot play because I have a Blu-ray player, and it's just 4Ks, but that's okay. I'll be able to play it one day. And they have pictures, and this thing is really, really cool. It's huge, though, because I'll compare it to a regular CD. It's huge. But it is really, really cool, and the book is cool, because I am photography. Love that. Next up, let's go over the DVDs, and this is all that I really got for Christmas, with the exception of one, because someone did buy me that, and I'm very grateful for that. Now, this is an old tank thing. I had it cleaned out and put it in there, because it's all I have right now. First up, Apartments 7A. I do like. I have seen all of these movies. I did like this one. Now, this is a prequel to Rosemary's Baby, but the element with having her in there I really did like. So I picked this up, and I'm very happy to have it. This is Final Destination 1 through 4, and all the CDs are in here. These are DVD form. Next, someone also did get this for me. This is Heretic, and I absolutely love the packaging in the back. Here you go. Not a fan of that part, but I really love this. You also have some cool little pictures inserted here as well. I have the It collection. This is the chapter 1 and chapter 2. These are Blu-rays. I also have Nosferatu, and this is a Blu-ray and has a digital copy as well. And I love the slickness of this. This is really nice. And this is one of the only ones that had those. I picked up a DVD of Saw X, Sinners, a Blu-ray of Sinners, and Talk to Me. This is a Blu-ray, and again, the sleeve, a lot of them don't have it, but I really do like that they do. And we do have special features on this one as well, because I think all of them do. Then we have the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and this is a DVD. I might pick up a Blu-ray in the future, but it has 4 feature commentaries as well on this one, so pretty cool. Next, I have The Thing. Now, this is John Carpenter's The Thing 2011 and The Thing from Another World. These are DVDs. Now, I have seen John Carpenter's, but I am interested in seeing those too, so I got those. And lastly, in DVD, Zombieland and Zombieland Double Tap. I absolutely love Zombieland. It's been a few years since I've seen Zombieland Double Tap, but I'm happy to own all of that. So this is everything that I got related to the start of the physical media collection. I did get a couple more, but that's going to be shown for January's end of the month ranking. Comment down below who your favorites of the movies you saw in December were some rewatches during holiday. Because I do. And I'll see you guys soon with a brand new video.